Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to Dreamy Dreamland with your Sensei Alba. Me, I'm him. Your griot here to tell you a story. And the story is, it's up to you. You can have whatever life you want. All you have to be is a doula to God. Right? And who is God? God is anything that is greater than yourself that is mysterious. That, it's like, Donald Trump is not God, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger is not God. You know, um, you know, what's his name? Rothschild is not God, right? Henry Kissinger, not God. Now, all these guys, BB's not God. All these guys think they are because they do these transnational, global events that kill thousands, if not millions. The whole thing that's going on in Ukraine, was triggered by what happened in Afghanistan and Iraq and Syria and Libya and all of the rest of the Mid East. That was, you know, the basic cradle of civilization. It's where, you know, Egypt, Mesopotamia, Babylon, all of the above, everything in the, uh, you know, Abrahamic tradition. Someone once said, "So, what religion are you?" I say, "I am faithful to the Abrahamic spiritual journey." What's that? You know, that is understanding that God is bigger than I am. That my life is not about me. It's about the we in me, all of my brothers and sisters, right? Everything I do, it's not about me. It's about my brothers and sisters, right? And I've been doing that since I was born. Not as consciously as I am now because God has put me into a very interesting place where I live out in the deep green. And where I live out in the deep green, this is my neighbor's neck of the woods, right? But, I live, with about 9 miles from here. But I'm way deeper. I'm in this Sawtooth mountain range. It's like an accordion. And there's only one county road in a 200 square mile area. One county road and a bunch of little farm roads, but they are like little farm roads, right? And now the cockroaches from California and Texas and Florida and Charlotte, North Carolina, and et al. Are all coming up here, right? And this place where I live is so sensitive that um, it's not, it'll die. This fall supposed to be the best leaf season ever, right? Because we had all the right temperature, all the right amount of rain, all the right dryness. Everything is perfect to have an amazing, but the leaves aren't turning red and yellow. They are turning black, staying there. And when the wind blows, they are cover the ground with black leaves, right? And so if you knew anything, you'd say, something's wrong, rotten in Denmark here. But no one seeming to care. And last night was one of the first nights. It was, when the sun went down, we had a very thick um, cloud cover, right? And so I sat out and enjoyed the crickets and the birds and everybody. And from about 8 o'clock, and it's gotten so coolish that the bugs have really, really, they're not as, the no-see-ums and the mosquitoes are not like going after me. They come out at this period of time between 6:30 and 8, right? This summer, right? And so if I stayed covered up and moved around and had a fire and had some smoke, there'd be, they would cut them down. But not this cold is like, put them in their tracks. So I've seen out there. I was writing. I wrote a good deal yesterday, and let's see if this works. Yes, it does. Do 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 do. No, let's. This is the one I'm looking for. Yeah. Boo. So this is what I wrote um last night. So. Boo, 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 boo. Uh, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name. That says it right there. Hallowed be thy name. What does hallow mean? It means the deepest level of respect and appreciation that you can bring. It's like soul speak. When you speak to God, soul to soul, we start off with. I didn't write it down. I just start off with that. This is what I wrote yesterday. Show me you're stupid. Just do it. Reader, it is me again, your griot, coming out from the crack in time's fourth wall. With thoughts like this: conditional love is the only thing keeping we, the monkey children of Gob, from our only creator's unconditional love and forgiveness by our own freely chosen ego thought environment of separated robot habitual actions of fear, greed, selfish hate, ignorance, prejudicial thinking. It is what creates all the evil in this garden paradise we live on. Love is God. Love is it. Big case. Not gob's bling. And love's intent is key to overstanding ourself and the whole universe around us. Love's intent is the power of all creation, meaning all that connects and animates all things is that of love's life force. That is, connect to that love. With our free will's intent is how we manifest the positive or negative outcomes in our individual lives. That is the we in me and the world around. I am in need of nothing but love. My ego illusion of need is gone, for now I am at peace in one love. We need to listen to and connect to love's co creation. This is the same self that is in us and in everything else, and not separate ourselves from love's co creation. We need love's words to sweep away the ills that we feel as all our relations. We need the words of love that connect. We must become not we, the singular exception, but we, the people. Let me not see myself as limited, for I am still as God's love created me. Loves the reality, so say we all. The day they landed prime time. I remember that day well. It was the day of the Harry the T 30% signed the National Security Act. HR, 3 years to the day of my birth, along with COG, continuation of government. Germany bombed into Stone Age, the unipolar hidden hand in control. They were cooked correctly. Let's no, no, in control. To serve man, the Führer the Fuhrer loved little children as long as they were cooked correctly, gutted and filled with sweets like eyes and internal organs of the dead, then boiled in chocolate. Who are they and how did they taste? Love's enterprise creation must be infinitely stronger informed than that which is designed to delineate and to express taste. How could we hope to find linguistic or cultural symbols within the heartless artifice of the thing, defined by taste, that would express in any adequate way the quality of essence of love's nature's beauty? A corporate belief in the taste determines our experience of the world of the thing, and righteous book burning in another is another's holocaust. The problem consumes the critical new and very different shape as we change our starting point, where God has become a corporation. The word of God as love is to me given to speak. Ego held has held our thoughts in a view of bitterness, violence, and death. Love, I return my heart to you. Love's one love of perfection was buried in the illusion of ego's radioactive, unknown, and unwanted past for the almost forever. But today, let us speak to love in prayer. Let us attend one love's voice that is God, which speaks an ancient true lesson, no more true today than any other day. Yet this day be chosen as the moment when we will seek here to our one love's soul spirit. Let all our relations hear one love's voice. Tell us of things we cannot overstand. Alone, alone, nor learn apart. Let us all let all our relations hear our love's voice. Tell us things we cannot overstand. Anyway, I went on for a good 10 pages like this, and I was on a rip. Let's see, let's go back to where we were. Live streaming. There we are. So, anyone got any comments on that one? I mean, I could go on and on about the war in Israel, and that's a scam. Just like the war in Ukraine is a scam. You know, it's Aries wanting blood. You know, bloody sacrifice. So, what are you going to do about it? The only thing, what I just read, is what you need to do. Love's co creation. Go out there and do something with people. You know, what I've been doing all summer is, I got involved with three different churches, um, Baptist church, a Methodist church, and a Catholic church. And about 3 weeks ago, I got them together, and they were doing. One of the churches was doing a revival, Bible thumping, and that ain't the Methodist way. That's not the Catholic way. But they all came, and they all loved it. It was like it was really good stuff. And now all those three churches are working together. They started a bank account to help people in the counties, the three counties that have a hard time. I've been fixing people's stuff, wells and washing machines, and getting young people to see how it's done. And so we're working on something right here, right now. So I'm going to go back because the guy who was the hardest working of us all, he left. He had something to do, so I have to go. There's a bunch of youngins milling around with tools, power tools. Really, they can't be left alone. There's an old guy up there, but he's more like, "Get off my lawn." But I got him into doing this, so I mean, this is the stuff to do. This is fun. How much they paying you? Really nothing. It's kind of a barter thing. One of the guys from one of the churches is lending me his vehicle. I mean, for around here, I can't take it anywhere. Can't take any road trips with it. This thing probably wouldn't make it. This is a real beater. My car, my vehicle is dead. That's what the mechanic says. So we'll see how dead it is. Anyway, but God told me, don't worry about anything. Just keep up. You're doing a great job. Just keep it up, and it'll work. It all will work out for the best, and it has, right, so far. And so it's a loads of fun to be in a community, even though I live way out in the middle of nowhere, and a good deal of my time is all by myself, looking at the grass grow, and that's fine. I like that. But I spend, a good 40% of my time helping others. And my health is, problematic, but really great, right? My doctors don't know how I stay alive. I just had a full whoop-de-doo looking at, and you know, I said, I don't know how you do this. Your blood pressure is like 118 over 60. You know, your blood sugar is 108. You know, and yet all of the other you know endocrinologic things show that I should be dead. I'm leaving it up to God. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. As was in the beginning, is now, ever shall be, world without amen. Oh, so all of that is a very interesting shamanic, and so you know no one has put anything in the old PayPal. It works. I mean, I have this one friend who puts in, $10, but pretty much up until last Thanksgiving, I could, about $100 um, a month would go into my PayPal, and that was enough to be a nice little cushion for something I had. But they've taken the net away from the High Wire Act. That is my life, and so um, I have firm faith. So I don't even believe. I have faith, which is a whole bigger order than belief. Because people believe in things and then they don't, right? Faith is when that is like the rock that I stand on. So, and it's not, see, faith, I don't manufacture the faith. It's not my faith. God gives me the faith, right? That is the thing about faith. Has nothing to do with me. I'm a sinner. I'm a moron. I'm a cheeky monkey, you know. I do pretty good for 60% of the time to be consciously aware I am and consciously intent I am. But other than that, no, not so much. So I leave it up to God, right? I have faith. I don't have faith. God gives me faith and grace. The grace is what keeps me alive. It's the prana, right? Every morning I wake up in killer pain and my lungs full of fluid and I'm dying, right? Every morning I'm like, and I just kind of get myself in position and kind of expectorate, eliminate, evacuate all of the angst and that kind of stuff out of me, and I go from there. Then I pray, then I meditate, then I move. I do some exercises lying in bed that stretches muscles out, which allows me to kind of get up and put my pants on one leg at a time and my shoes and a shirt. And this morning it was kind of nippy inside the man cave. But it wasn't, I was 60. It felt like it was 20, but it was 60. And, I kind of got myself going. Then went outside, did my katas, did my tai chi, my qigong, did a few little things, and then got in the car and drove here and got here around 9 o'clock. And got people started, started working on things, cleaned up the work area from yesterday because nobody did that. Started a fire because it was cold. We all kind of sat around the fire or stood around the fire, and I showed the kids how to start a fire. Right, because it was, how are you going to start the fire? There's nothing to. Well, it was all this stuff that we cut up and built stuff with, and but it's still kind of just came from a tree. It's not like been seasoned, but once you get anything hot enough, it will burn, and that's what I did. And I showed them how to do it. See if how the fire is doing. Anyway, and I placed a fire in a place on the corner of where this house we're fixing up. It acts like a chimney. So instead of the smoke blowing in our face, it just kept going. How do you do that? It's really simple. There's a hill, there's a house, there's a corner, there's a big field. All the rest are trees. The wind is mostly going to come from that way. Duh. Hear the birds talking to me. Well, I hope you enjoyed my little reading of what I wrote last night. And like I said, I wrote about 20 pages. It kind of sounded like that. And I kept introducing new characters and and then taking it from there. Anyway, I hope you like that. I don't have any money to, put some money in my PayPal. I'll do more YouTubes because I have no money for gas. I have no money to, I'm here at this guy's house and he said, "Oh, I have Wi-Fi. You can go use that." So I'm sitting in my other neighbor's truck, um, hanging on this Wi-Fi. So anyway, enjoy the day. And that's a pretty big truck to be able to hear it from here. 'Cause there's two little sawtooths between me and the county road. Anyway, talk to you later.